Hi, welcome back to our show. Jeffrey and I just celebrated 15 years of being married. And for the past 5 years, we've been business owners after having 10 years of the double income, no kids career life.
Yep.
What was your favorite thing about how it used to be and what it has turned into?
My favorite thing about having a corporate job is that when I clock out and go home, I'm done for the day. My favorite thing about being a business owner is that I really do have control over my schedule and my family time. Even when I do have late night phone conversations or a text, from a client, do a little damage control here and there. If, oh, we don't like this color. We changed our mind. We want to do this, whatever. But nothing beats being able to just say, hey, we're done at noon today. Everybody can go home, or if you want to keep working, go ahead, keep working. But I'm going to go spend the afternoon with my kids. That's what business ownership really is. And I was just having a conversation with one of my carpenters today that, your mom's sick. She's in the hospital. Go spend time with her.
Go spend time with your mom.
I'm not going to penalize you because you wanted to leave a little early. Like, our jobs exist, or our businesses exist to support our family. If we're not supporting our family through that job, that career, whatever, then it's not worth having. And if the job is interfering with providing for your family, then you need to make a change.
Yep. I remember that we spent many years as young people going to work, coming home, eating macaroni and cheese or ramen because that's all we could afford, and then crashing in front of the TV for 2 or 3 hours watching Star Trek.
Yep.
But that is so not our life right now.
No.
But can you see, if you think about it, the impact is different.
It is.
Now that we're business owners and we have employees that we're taking care of and that we depend on and that depend on us. We have the kids now that, we're expecting our 6th kid, like in 2 months. We've done 6 kids in 6 years.
Yep.
Your business is at a completely different level than what it was even 2 years ago. I mean, that's so much change so fast, but the impact matches it.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Every time we have another employee join the Gumby family, it really feels like we are, increasing our personal families too. Seeing Megan grow from, being a youth group kid who came and worked part-time to her pursuing this as a career and graduating a year early. And now she's, a manager of a whole department of what we're doing,
Right.
All before she turned 18.
Megan was like
that.
6 when we met her.
Exactly. So it's really cool to be able to, delegate those different aspects and kind of take something off of our shoulders, while also helping someone else to be able to grow within the career, but also within our company. And it doesn't have to be something crazy. We've had people come and go. Some people worked for us 3 or 4 years ago and then took a break and then they came back. We've had others that have worked continuously since 2021 with us on the crew. And it's really cool that we have that flexibility, Semper Gumby, always flexible. You can't work today because your grandma's in the hospital, go see grandma. Not a big deal. We'll make it work. We got projects going in 3 different cities all over Berrien County right now. And so I've got 2 or 3 people just at each spot calling me when they run into problems, but we've done enough projects together that there's at least one person at each site that is basically like a mini me when I'm not there and can keep things running smoothly until I need to go in and, do some rule breaker of, this deck that we're retrofitting really doesn't follow how we typically do it. Well, yeah, they built things differently in the 80s and 90s, and we do it different now on purpose.
Right.
So let's do this to work around this weird thing. And yep, that makes sense. Let's do that. I just love having that big extension of our family with all of our employees that really feels like family. Doing men's retreats with the guys and, going hiking last fall, finding ways that we can really interact outside of just on the job site. One of the Marine Corps catchphrases was work hard, play harder. That, we're out there training and working, and then on the weekends or at night, we're having a good time. So we love going to theme parks and doing roller coasters. We love doing hiking and, going on zip lines and being outdoors. And we've been able to incorporate a lot of that into, team building exercises with members of our crew. So.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really sticks out to me as a business owner is being able to choose who you work with, and that you can take that as far as you want to go.
Yeah.
Most people don't know this about us, but our first 10 years of marriage, we were youth pastors, and we just would go from youth ministry to youth ministry, and the kids that we would minister to were basically our kids that we would pour into them outside of church, go to birthday parties. And now Megan, for example, that has come back, and now she is a member of like our family and our Gumby family, and that, you make an investment in people not knowing what will happen.
Right.
And sometimes you invest in people and they choose a path of, maybe not everything works out, but then sometimes you invest in people and you get a return on that investment in the fact that it's a better relationship, that you're able to really have a good friendship with them and watch them thrive in life. So that's really been like a proud dad moment I can see on your face, that
for sure.
to watch Megan thrive in her new environment. Talking about Megan and how she's basically become like your lead foreman, your material supervisor. Semper Gumby Construction actually hires women for what would be normally stereotypically a men's trade.
Yes.
And you have women that have worked in other positions in our company. They pick up lumber, they can cut, they can measure, they can drill.
Yep.
I remember a time where I was doing stuff with you like that when we were first getting started.
Yep.
Because Semper Gumby, before there was Semper Gumby Construction, there was Semper Gumby Tree Service.
Yeah, I'd climb up a tree and drop branches, and then you'd grab them on the ground and haul them away.
And you taught me how to use a chainsaw.
Yep.
And then I would go to the garage and clean all your chainsaws, and that was like kind of traumatizing. But so, can you tell us more? Is that going to continue to happen?
Yeah, I mean, everything that we do works best when you're working with a team. We were hauling 20-foot composite today. It's super flexible and bendy, and you don't want to carry it with one person, even though they're not that heavy. So you're always doing two people for almost everything we're doing, whether that's carrying the material or trying to get it to click into the hidden fasteners. So you don't need to be, brute force, heavy lifter. You need to be able to communicate, and you need to be able to work with somebody to coordinate your movements. All right, we're going to pick it up now. We're going to move it over now. So Kaylee and Jasmine and Megan have all been out there, just mass putting screws into deck boards. Princess Anastasia Gumby is our little company mascot.
And then we had Brianna on the team for about 2 years too.
Yeah, we had, Brianna was a full-time with a couple years ago. And so we just, anybody can apply, can hire in, and I'm willing to give anybody a shot. And it doesn't have to be anything awkward with lifting heavy lumber the whole day. Megan was the one that came with me to Menards to get 2,500 pounds of 20-foot long 2x10s.
Wow.
So each of those boards weighed about 115 pounds each, and we put them all up on the 8-foot tall roof rack of my big truck. A lot of material, a lot of heavy lifting overhead, and she didn't complain. Just one board after another, me at one end, her at the other end, and we loaded the whole truck in about 30 minutes of 24 boards. So.
Yeah, with the right training and the right tools, you can really work with any person that's willing to follow the process. Correct. And learn and just have that flexibility. If they've decided in their mind that they want to do something, and you set them up for success, and there's really no reason why they can't.
Yep.
All right, Jeffrey. Well, it's been a great 15 years, going through all of the different phases of growing up and now being business owner with you. If you guys would like to check out Semper Gumby Construction, you can check us out on our website, www.sempergumbyconstruction.com. We'll see you next time.